Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about having a Libra Sun and Scorpio Moon in a natal chart. Now, I'm going to elaborate and expound on that. What I'm talking about is having that Sun-Moon combination in a natal chart, a Libra Sun and Scorpio Moon. And first off, the basic character, which is the Sun in this case being in Libra, can be very charming, diplomatic, tactful, equitable, sociable, refined, and peaceful. Now, on the unconscious side, which is the moon, the sun represents the conscious side of the person. The moon is the unconscious, and this is the moon being in Scorpio on an unconscious level. The person may be very intense, resourceful, very incisive, probing, resilient, and really, like most sun moon combinations, there's a strong disparity between the sun and the moon's energy. In this case, you have the basic character of the sun in Libra. Libra can want, sun is about our basic wants, and Libra can want peace at all costs, and will sometimes let certain things go or slide. And then you have, and can be relaxed. Now you have a Scorpio moon. Scorpio, the sign itself, it can be very action oriented, and they want to do. Sometimes Scorpio is afraid to be overly stagnant or relaxed, and fear that nothing will transpire if they just sit still. And so you have really a very strong disparity again between the sun and moon energy. And the way this combination may manifest, the person may bring that Libra, people appeasing nature into something Scorpio related, whether it may be psychology or something, with the occult, which includes astrology, locksmithing, recycling, investigation, insurance, maybe making a major change or transformation. And the thing about this too is now the Libra Sun in astrology is about our basic wants, and Libra Sun wants to collaborate with others on projects and endeavors. They want intellectual sociability. They want to bounce ideas off others. And then you have the Scorpio Moon, needs their power and things that are complex, and also intimate, connections. And also there may be a need to go beyond the surface and subterfuge and things that are superficial, going beyond, the surface, whether it might be a person or what have you, or even in some cases, a business, as an example, which appears all, fine and scrupulous on the surface, but really, might be, having some shady dealings going on, in the background somewhere, so to speak. So it's like, this is a person, that can have, very strong need for these relationships. I mean, Libra Sun, wants, relationships in general. They like, connections with people in general. The Scorpio Moon, we have that need for intimate connections. So this person, may have more of that need to have their relationships be more, really just deeper, and not just something, fly by night, something on the surface. This is also, when you look at this combination, okay, the sun represents the true self, and the sun being in Libra, the true self can be diplomatic, persuasive, and cooperative. And the inner self, which is the moon, in this case the moon being in Scorpio, can be incisive, empowering, transforming, resilient, as some examples. The sun in astrology represents our drive and motivation, and this person may be driven and motivated, which is the sun, to seek justice, which is Libra, and may do so, with the Scorpio moon, may do so with more passion, desire, and emotional intensity. And this is, there may be more intensified focus, the focus of the sun, on the emotional needs, which is the moon, if this is making a conjunction aspect. Now, let's say if the Libra sun is at 28 degrees and the Scorpio moon is at 2 degrees, that would form a conjunction aspect. There's some astrologers out there that don't believe in out of sign aspects, and I believe you can use them. I mean, in this example, the Libra sun at 28 degrees and the Scorpio moon at 2 degrees, you have a 4-degree disparity between the planets. Now, they may be in different signs, but they're in very close proximity to each other, and I would say there's still friction that exists between the planets. And the thing is, I mean, and I do see, so I do see this as an aspect that is valid, and I would, say the same thing for the other, aspects in astrology, whether it be a sextile, a trine, a square, opposition, or in conjunct aspect. And I do, another thing about this too is that the sun astrology reflects the biological father. And with a Libra sun, a person's biological father may actually be a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those characteristics. And having a Scorpio moon, the moon represents the mother in astrology, and the person's mother may actually be a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant, or embody those traits. And it's also about the perception of these people. So when you have, Libra sun, you may perceive, the biological father as somebody, that's charming, tactful, diplomatic, very relationship oriented, a person that's very peaceful. But you may also see the biological father as somebody that's overly indecisive, ambivalent, someone that's too people appeasing, a person that might compromise too quickly and maybe even put on a superficial charm. In the Scorpio moon, you may perceive your mother as somebody that's tense, powerful, probing, incisive, transforming, somebody that's very strong-willed and passionate. But you may also perceive the mother as somebody that might be overly caustic or sarcastic, or somebody that might be vengeful and vindictive as well. So it's good and bad. So pretty much all placements got they're good and they're positive and negative in it. And another thing about this combination, I would say this combination can actually be auspicious for doing something with law enforcement, because Libra is connected, things that are legal, and Libra, sun wants justice. And you have the Scorpio moon, and there may be, again, that emotional need, to investigate and go, and also for deep research and being probing. So it's a good combination, I would say, for that. And the thing about, this too is, again, you have such a, strong disparity in this energy, because again, you have the Libra sun on a more conscious level of person. Again, very relationship oriented. It can be very, outgoing and sociable. But you have the Scorpio moon, where the person may not really be cognizant of it, but may not want to reveal much about his or herself. So I mean, the person could still be relationship oriented, having the Libra sun, but may not divulge too many personal details. Having the Scorpio may not feel like doing so. The moon is about how we feel, what we feel, what we're going to do, feel like doing or don't feel like doing, you could say. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.